Nothing heroic dying for what dialogue can resolve. Fayemi. Welcome to the news, and thank you for tuning to listen. The Ekiti State Governor Dr. Kayode Fayemi on Tuesday said there was nothing heroic in dying for a cause that dialogue can resolve. This is just as he asked secessionist groups in the country to learn from the history of South Sudan, which broke into war in the new nations 2 years after achieving self-determination. Fayemi stated that this as a US lecturer as the combined 9th and 10th anniversary of Zik lecture series at the Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka, Anambra State. He said a well-structured dialogue remained a major pathway to peace and progress, adding, there is nothing heroic in dying for a cause that dialogue and negotiations can help resolve. The Ekiti governor, who is also the chairman of the Nigerian Governors Forum (NGF), stressed the need to develop a democratic system in Nigeria that will meet the expectations of Nigerians and restore people's trust in the government. Fayemi, who spoke on the theme Nation Building between restructuring and autonomy, said Nigerians must learn to manage their differences to achieve the goal of a better union. He said, the indestructibility of Nigeria, as envisaged by Zik, is indeed best assured when the majority of Nigerians are emotionally connected to Nigeria because of what Nigeria is able to do for them and in the quality of life it provides for its citizens. Paying global tributes to Azikiwe, Fayemi said he was among the pioneering university-educated Africans who sojourned to the United States in their quest for knowledge and send improvement. He was also a pioneering sportsman, public intellectual journalist, newspaper proprietor with 12 daily titles in his stable at a time, owner of a pan-Nigerian athletic club, and author. While arguing for the preservation of unity of Nigeria amidst agitation of groups like the Movement for the Actualization of the Sovereign State of Biafra and the indigenous people of Biafra, Fayemi enjoined Nigerians to learn from experience of a smaller African country, South Sudan, which declared independence from Sudan in 2011, only for a fresh civil war to break out within the new nation 2 years after self-determination, which led to the death of about 400,000 people, with over 4 million people displaced. Fayemi advocated the need to strengthen the pillars that unites Nigerians rather than fanning the embers of disunity and disintegration, which he said negated the ideals of nationalists like Dr. Azikiwe. He said, we must never abandon the spirit of inquiry and discovery that led Azikiwe to join other nationalists to seek to create a nation-state founded on the best ideals of citizenship, anchored on freedom and justice. We, the people of Nigeria, must truly mean that our considered aspiration have fed into the document that would form the fundamental organizing principle of our nationhood. The opportunities are out there. Also at the events were representatives of the 5 governors of the Southeast State, widow of the late Zik, Professor Uche Azikiwe, the Obi of Onitsha, His Majesty Nnemeka Achebe, and the Alawe of Ilawe Ekiti, Oba Adebanji Alabi. The event was preceded by the turning of the sword for the Zik Center within the university campus. Well, why he's saying this? He's saying this in the context that people should look to the government for dialogue. But I will keep saying it. The government is the one to call for dialogue. Do you know how many people have said the government should call for dialogue? He should be saying it to channeling this particular talk to the right people. These people, they can negotiate. They are willing to. Is the government ready to? We cannot keep blaming the people on everything. I do not know why they keep thinking like this. If the people call the government, is it not going to be, how would they even get to call them? The government says they want to say, okay, come on this day, and they will come. And that is after releasing the said leader. You cannot be saying you want to negotiate with the people, and the person who is solely their mouthpiece is still in detention. It is not going to happen. It should not even be at all. So the government is still the one, or are still the one, if they are a group of course, they're a group of people, that will call those people and say, okay, fine, we have heard you. Let us discuss. Come so day, so time. This is good. The discussion is going to go on this day, on this day, and on this day. Come or send representative. That is when you now say fine. It is when the government has said this and made it clear, and also released their said mouthpiece to them in the person of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and in the person of Sunday Igboho. That is when you say truly, yes, this man really means it. After the release, and if nothing is done, you cannot make this statement. But for now, these people are willing. Everybody is willing for negotiation. Yes. Everybody is willing. But the government is not. So making it sound as if it is solely the duty of the people now. It is not. The people cannot summon the government, can they? But the government can summon them. Can call them for dialogue. So what exactly is the point here? How many times have we called for referendum? Those old men turned down politicians. Those old men turned politicians have always turned it down with the yell on one Nigeria. Now you killed innocent youth whose only crime was a civil armless protest and still denying it because of this that you and your generation has done. People are really, really angry. I am still saying that dialogue should be considered. Fine and good. Has the government said, have the government called? Have the government called for dialogue and these people now are not coming? Says a man who was actively involved in the civil resistance against the June 12 annulment. His opposition then and NSAS protest both belong to the same family of recourse to people power when those in authority refused to do the right thing. Why they did not wait to be called to the table for dialogue then? Power truly corrupts, and absolutely APC power corrupts absolutely. It is sad that this is happening at a time like this. It is truly sad that you are saying this at a time when people are even some people are misunderstanding the article. Some people, they are not even going through, and they are just dropping. They are really, really frustrated and tired. On this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I call your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.